Right, good evening, everyone. And how are we all doing? Hey, old misfit. How goes things? This is not quite the streaming week as I would have liked to have had planned, but yeah. So sweet. How about that Sin Reloaded? Well, I did see the trailer. I saw the trailer for that, and it's cool that they finally got around to it. I know you're looking forward to Sin Reloaded. I personally am not that bothered about it. I played Sin. I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't really feel the need to play a remastered version this time around. But nice that it exists. So I guess the implication of delay was around 3D films maybe having held up in limbo. Alright. Well, once again, it's a chance for people to get to appreciate an old FPS game from the 90s. It's always a good thing. But I've played Sin a few years ago and enjoyed it. I wasn't really that bothered about playing it again. That's my thoughts on it. Anyway, apologies for not having streamed in a week. Literally a week. I've been held up. I've not been in the mood. And most annoyingly, I've had no Iron Eagle to play. The plan was simple. The Iron Eagle was going to come out last Thursday, and I was going to play it, do my Iron Man runs, and still have a bit of time to squeeze in a little extra thing just before Fatal Frame 2 comes out on Thursday, which is what I'm going to be playing on launch day, hopefully. I think the file for Fatal Frame 2 is about 30 gigs, so I should be able to download that when I get home from work on the Thursday afternoon and be ready in time for streaming it that evening. But in what has proven to be the longest delay in the history of the Iron Eagle, it is not out yet, despite me pinging Pegleg about it several times. And 10 days into March, the Iron Eagle is still not out. So, since I like to do both the runs together for the League and Iron Eagle at the same time, this has been a rather frustrating wait. That being said, I have also not been in the mood for covering anything else. I've genuinely had something to keep me busy. And was almost tempted to not bother tonight, except for the fact that I have this to play. This playtest request that was sent to me privately by Pampu79 on Friday. So you can kind of thank this person for the reason why this stream's happening. Otherwise, I probably would have just waited until Thursday and jumped back in with Fatal Frame 2. Somewhat. So this is a playtest stream in part, but only one map. I'm going to be playing something else afterwards, which hopefully will be a bit of an interesting atmospheric type experience. Fingers crossed. Which means if that goes ahead, that will be the first non-Iron Man / playtest related thing I've played in Doom this year. On stream, anyway. Right, let's get on with this map. So this is Castle of Lunacy. The Castle of Lunacy by Pampu79. As you can see by the title screen, there is a copyright for 1996. And that is because this map was made back in 1996. But they recently reworked it. It's a somewhat, according to what I was told in the private message, it's a large map of around 30 to 60-minute playtime. A lot of secrets, but no need for hugging walls. Difficulty is not much harder than vanilla, so don't sweat too much. Apparently has shielded rocket shooting imps, but they have a higher stagger chance. Other than a few custom textures, it's very vanilla. I take great joy in seeing people play this stuff that lay dormant on my hard drive for almost 30 years, so a vid, unlisted or public, don't care, would be greatly appreciated. Well, you're getting better than that. You're getting a stream. Not in the way I would have liked. Originally, I was planning to play this after the Iron Man runs. But I'm having to delegate this to its own stream. Otherwise, I would have no time to play it. Since once I start with Hellflame 2, that's all I'm going to play. Partly because I want to get through it before any potential spoilers, and partly because I just want to play the damn thing. At the time. So, I'm going to be playing this in DSDA-Doom. The latest version. The only version currently, 4.14.3. And since they said it was pretty vanilla-tastic for barring a couple of slight D-hacks, I will be playing on the Doom strict compatibility setting. I have seen the very first room of this map just to test it real quick. And other than that, it's time for revitalized 90s mapping. Hardly the first to do this. There's been a trend in the last year or so, I think, maybe 2 or 3 years or so, of people who made maps in the 90s rediscovering them, tweaking them, updating them, and releasing them. So we're getting 90s era mapping in Good day, Sashman, how are you? Welcome to a very odd stream. Welcome to a trapped cyber demon. So this is Castle of Lunacy, 302 monsters, 14 secrets. We have custom music and sound placement, it seems. I'm angry. Hello, demo. How are you doing? I don't have a public link to this one because I'm not sure whether or not this is meant to have a public link. If the mapper wants to include one for... If the mapper wants to include one, a reference to it later, I'll add it to the VOD. Fucking rough start because I wasn't able to sneak past the rev. I'm not sure if I should continue on this health or not. Well, time to make a bad decision, I guess. Possibly. That was like 2 sides to it or something? What? How do I get out of this? Oh, right. You're supposed to open the door for me. 90s mapping! Oh dear God. Okay. Well, I guess that's the custom imp I was warned about. I think he's dead. By the way, the one logo seems to be under the Doom 2 logo, making the text Lunacy a bit unreadable. Might be a good idea to make it the other way around. You referring to the title picture, I guess? Yeah, okay, so... The rocket imps are apparently quite tanky. Alright. Duly noted. Not much harder than vanilla, huh? May want to revitalize that statement pretty quickly. What's on my fucking arse? Not with Mr. Shieldy Imp. That's a very, very tanky... I'm not sure how I feel about a tanky imp with a rocket launcher. You normally make enemies with rocket launcher additions a lot squishier when they're that low tier. Certainly means they can't be killed all that easy unless they blow themselves up. Nice secret. Oh, of course, yeah. And sometimes... But normally when you have an enemy like that at the low tier, it's usually like a rocket soldier. Something that could be a massive threat but usually dies quickly. These imps are... Yeah. It doesn't make any fucking pain noise either. It's bloody silent. Fucking thing is silent when it gets hit. At least from long range anyway. Wasn't really happy with the first Baron, and I'm certainly am not much happier with that one. There's a super shotgun. Yes, you might be right, as demonstrated. Oh, yeah. Grab the secret. Here. The first Baron might be slightly forgiven, although I would have preferred a Hell Knight. But the second one is just... ugh. Oh god, 2 more? Just 2 more Barons. Okay, yeah, this is... Even if I'd found the super shotgun secret at this point, I would have still been displeased at 2 Barons there to deal with. Hey, bite. Hey, Midas. Once again, I don't recall vanilla being this hard. Fuck off. Hey, War Snail. we doing? Good grief. That super shotgun would be really useful right now. Oh, actually inside the mid-text there. Map indicates this wall might be wallable, but isn't doing as such. HR indeed. Ugh. Super shotgun to make my life much easier with the. Alright, let's go over here now, can't we? Oh, just do that. I guess that door would probably be a much safer option for me. Right, well. Wait, was that the... Oh, what? I didn't realize the Cyber's cage was free. I think he's being crushed at the moment. Let's not open that until he's dead. Probably a good idea. So, I didn't even... So, thanks for your short on YouTube, by the way, Demo. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Unless I want to be murdered immediately. But yeah, thanks for that short on YouTube. Oh, there's a Hell Knight. And a fake wall pinky. So he knows what Hell Knights are, that's good. Another one of the rocket imps. It'd be nice if they dropped the rocket. Perhaps. Hey, Jesus, how's it going? Things are going okay. This is my first stream in a week. Partly due to disruptions on stream nights and partly due to the Iron Eagle not being out yet. My original plan was to do the Iron Eagle Iron Man runs before Fail Frame 2 drops on Thursday, but that hasn't come out and it's been 10 days into the month. And then I just got caught up with some other things. I wasn't in the mood once or twice, got yoinked at one point for family stuff. That's the first time I've seen one of... That's the first time I've noticed that someone has actually taken a Twitch clip and stuck it on YouTube Short. That's 1,000 views, so it's got a good amount of, I assume, actual eyeballs on it. I can finally stop using the regular shotgun pinkies. And most other things for that matter, to be honest. Oh, they killed each other. Works for me. Oh, this wasn't a secret. True, if I usually get a few hundred views, maybe someone will come to see the live stream eventually. Yeah, the live stream where I make everyone wait a week and then come back with a really odd Doom stream, yeah. I don't like the fact that they're silent when pain chants. Yeah. Yeah, bloody hell. I mean, they get knocked back, but they are tanky. They're like Hell Knight, maybe somewhere close to Cacodemon health. Actual health would be nice to know, actually. Maybe next time I see one, we'll do a little target actor action to figure out what its actual health is. So as I said before, enemies like that are usually squishy. This one seems to be a bit more differently designed from the usual stuff, though. It's not like it's a super squishy thing. It has knockback. It has MS Paint Shield, I guess. I apparently can't fucking dodge things anymore. Yes, from Set Reverence. They don't deserve a pleasant evening. They have a pleasant death, though. There's gonna be some weird... No, maybe not. Aha! Alright, what's your question, Jesus? I didn't even know. I had to react to that quick. Ooh. That is a welcome secret. Yeah, I'm forewarning. Alright, well. Let me know when you get one and come back to me with your query. How many years has it been since you were invested for embezzlement? What's embezzlement? Alright, thank you. I genuinely didn't know what that was. Or I didn't remember what it was. Oh. What is the first P word you can remember downloading / playing? First one I ever downloaded and played that wasn't an official Doom release? Okay then. Jeez. That was some freaky shit. I regret opening that door now. I currently... Well, I would barely have the tools to defeat him. I'd rather not take him on right now. Not if there's other things I can be doing instead. Is this the only way forward? Well, shit. It looks like I'm gonna have to go around the old cyber demons. I think I'll just opt to ignore that one. I'll save my materials for something else. First one I ever downloaded or played. I guess the first non-official Doom-related thing I ever played would have been Maximum Doom. Way back in the 90s. I used to own a collection, what I think was just called the Maximum Doom Collection. It included Doom 1, Doom 2, Master Levels, and Maximum Doom on 4 CDs. I think I've kept the Doom 2 CD from that collection. But there were 4 CDs. It was like a big rectangular box. And it ran Doom 95. So I would have played Maximum Doom But that doesn't count as it was official release, technically. Okay, well, in that case, then, the first thing I probably would have downloaded and played was stuff on Z-Demon back in the mid-2000s. That's where I would have explored things, playing them in multiplayer co-op. So, well, Z-Demon. What did I used to... I think I did Alien Vendetta in co-op before I ever played it fully a few years ago. Same with Hell Revealed, same with Scythe, same with Co-op Build DM. Well, I never actually played that because that's a co-op based one, but that was something I used to play regularly. I used to play Z-Demon stuff. Yeah. Always used to play them multiplayer, never actually played them single player wise, because I love the multiplayer stuff. And beyond that, and then after that, I didn't bother for a couple of years. And then the first P-Wad I actually played single player and beat was Icarus Alien Vanguard in 2012. I didn't even do it on this channel. It was done on the Dope Whips channel. I wanted to try out a Doom WAD single player for the first time. So I chose Icarus Alien Vanguard because I must have co-opted it a bunch of times. It was pretty cool. Played that, and that's the first one I would have played and completed. Yeah. The first ever playthrough of my Icarus Alien Vanguard, unfortunately, was never archived. But interestingly enough, it had a very lukewarm response on Dope Whips back in 2012 because it was 2012 and, well, they weren't a community based around playing like old school FPSs as much. It wasn't really something they were too keen on. I was actually more known for playing horror stuff on there. All kinds of things, but also like horror games, RPGs, and stuff like that. And now I remember, and yeah, that's why I'm bumping around. Yeah, relatively high profile would, absolutely. So because of the fact that it didn't have a very high response on Dope Whips, that's how I decided to make this channel, eventually. I was like, okay, if people aren't really going to give a shit about doing Doom stuff over there, I'll do it here instead. You are correct. It is the orange. It's still around today. It's got a very small audience, but it still exists. You can still catch videos from Dopefish. A lot of the old timers who did stuff in the peak days are still streaming. It's a nice pinky cage. Probably something didn't. So something didn't teleport in when I grabbed that. Yeah, this was back in the era where, like, if you were an old school FPS fan, you were seen as a bit of an old-fashioned fogey, somewhat, in some parts. Do it again. Interesting use of the pinkies as a meaty distraction from one lone revenant now. Just the one. Surprised there's not a companion one on the other side. Yeah. So yeah, basically, I played Icarus Alien Vanguard. I didn't get a good response, and then about a year after that, I decided to make this channel. This channel originally was strictly only for Doom content, because I was still a Dope Whips regular for about 4 years into making this channel. But then I left Dope Whips, came back a year and a half later, and then kind of just faded out slowly to the point where this is now all I do streaming wise. So honestly, if there had been a response to the Doom content on Dope Whips in that one stream, this channel would not exist, probably. Or at least not in the way we know it today. It might have come around much later on or something. So... Okay. Hey, Mad Dow. How's it going? It's going alright. It's my first stream in a week. Don't worry, that will change very shortly. With Fail Frame 2 coming out in 2 days. And we'll be all over that. Something. So I guess in a way you could say thanks to the apathy of the Dope Whips community to Doom content in 2012 is the reason why this channel went on to do what it did. Charming. I somewhat suspect they wouldn't be fans still nowadays. It's just not that kind of crowd. They like other things. Anyway. Ooh, big green marbly portal. Lovely. Oh, lovely. The difficulty went up 10 notches. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I thought it was just one of those fights where you had to stay in a small area and deal with a crowd of, you know. I thought it was just one of those fights where you had to like defend a small area and the outskirts was a pain sector, so you're sort of encouraged to stay in the middle. But instead, it's this. Okay, a third Archvile. Thank God he resurrected enough pinkies to not attack me. By the way, this originally is a map from 1996. You might be able to guess it's a bit 90s-esque, huh? But it's been touched up for the modern age, and that's why it's getting tested. For as easy as having one Revenant earlier was, they sure made up for it with the frigging full 3 Arch Vials. Huh. Didn't want to think we're getting too soft with this, huh? Well, although extremely a bit tanky even I would appreciate, there has been sufficient thought put into this type of imp, I guess. It being a... Okay, finally. Down you go. You can sort of just tell by playing it that this is like a touched up 90s map with all the 90s type stuff going on here. Thank God their stagger chances increased. I think that just about makes them a bit more tolerable. Won't be a 90s map without an inescapable pit. You know, there are Revenant projectiles that don't do max damage. Those also exist. Because God forbid I don't go, oh, plasma, yay! right. No, you're dead. Good. Thank you. Uh-oh. Activated something on the other side, I think. Oh, no. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm trying to save my plasma for something, and it's like, nah, just use it to avoid the dance altogether. Yay. This will most certainly be a somewhat divisive map, I think, for other people. Especially if they're not familiar with 90s treachery. Wait. That sounds like that 3D pinball game. It does. It sounds like something from the 3D pinball game. You know, the Space Rocket one. Like the shunting noises. I want to check something for a sec. Maybe my mouse is a bit sticky. Can't get the tap fire down quite as accurate as normal. Ooh, sugar! I don't know what they said, but that's a very 90s sound replacement type thing right there. Rip. Rip. There we go. Ripperino. He's intrigued by the sounds. I think it is like a sort of metallic shunting, like from... What was that pinball game called? The free one that came with Windows 95 that was the space-themed one. It honestly there's a sound effect definitely lifted straight from that. Yeah, Space Cadet. Again, remember this was originally for a 1996 thing, retuned, so you're gonna get like 90s sound replacements. That being said, I kind of like the feel of this, but then I'm a sucker for 90s mapping aesthetic, so this is right up my alley for that kind of stuff of, oh yes, let's have all the weird, quirky 90s shit going on, shall we? Other people will absolutely detest it. But I still say those barons early on are a bit much. You can place them with Hell Knights. Probably achieve the same effect. With less of the slog. Yeah, Space Cadet Pinball. Really good at the time. Was not expecting pop-up rev. Anything, really. Beware the waters, I guess. Any more surprises? No more surprises. Thought I saw a glint in the mancubus on the waterfall, where it's just a corpse shifting out of the lighting for a second. Oh right, you had to cross over for the water. I don't need the berserk on this occasion, I already have it. Ooh, I like these pillars. Very atmospheric looking room. Expect there to be trouble. Wait, why did I hear some gib noises there? I heard some splattering jib noises. What happened? Oh, that's interesting. The corpses on the ceiling are targetable. Huh. It's an interesting effect. Just had a hunch on that one. Very interesting choice there, to have the corpses be a targetable item at jibs. Some D-hack in play. This is a nicely detailed room. Made full use of the pillars. Oh, fuck off. Right. I'm gonna put this as a thing. That fucking rocket, if you're gonna use it like that, I want it to have a very clear sound. I had no idea I was about to walk straight into a frigging ambush with one of those things there. This thing does not need to be silent. I don't mean that noise. I mean when it moves. Because that thing is fucking silent after its initial scream. Full brightness firing frame. That may also help, but I'm more concerned about the lack of sound. It's a shock troop. It's a bit more than just a shock trooper that dies quickly is the thing. It's got a bit more health. So I'm not having this be a silent working thing in the middle of a closet ambush shenanigan. Okay. That is the Space Cadet sounds. What map is this? This is the Castle of Lunacy. There's no public link, unfortunately. Hey, Flower, how you doing, by the way? Yeah, it's in the top right. Hours suffering here. Well, you see, Flower, when one enjoys too many slaughtery experiences, this is what happens. You lose vision in your eyes and you don't see things. You also hear things at night and sometimes have odd visions. It's just the price you pay, I guess. Yeah, so... No... Oh, they do make a noise. Okay. Wait, do they fight each other? Oh, they do. They fight each other. Neat. Oh, right, they have a melee. So actually, it's a viable strategy to get up close to him. Then he only hit you with a scratch. That actually works as a tactic. Yeah, go on. Blow each other up. Do it. You did it! Woo! They blew each other up. Excellent. Alright. And again. Go on. Oh. Steel played this. Apparently the second part of this series was done on what is available somewhere. But AD pop. Yeah, so I'm gonna check the plasma sound as well. Oh yeah, they're definitely using the Space Cadet sound for the plasma too, I think. AD pop. In prehistoric times, they found the missing streamer. Well, You're very lucky, actually, that I'm even streaming tonight. It's literally because of this I am, I think. Otherwise, I might have just waited until Thursday for Fatal Frame 2, but... The Iron Eagle is still not out. Please do not tell me that the Iron Eagle is now out, because I will be frothing at the mouth if it turns out that Pegleg only now released the damn thing. It's been 10 days, and I'm still waiting. I am assured that Pegleg is not dead, but for some reason, the Iron Eagle has been incredibly delayed this month. The longest it has ever been delayed. So... I mean, I am glad that Pegleg is okay, but I would really like to know what took them 10 days to get an Iron Eagle out this month. It's the longest delay in the entire history of the thing. Four barrels. Oh no, whatever will I do? I'm guessing this was supposed to flank me from behind, was it? Job done. Pegleg is not dead with phase with quite mean potential. What is Iron Eagle? Well, you know how every month I do the Doom World Iron Man League, Sashman? Well, Iron Eagle is the one I do after that. That's basically the same thing, but you can choose your difficulty setting, and also can do a pistol restart on the map you died on if you want to try again, but I never bothered with that element. Adios. Missed quite a few secrets, 10 kills, including a cyber demon, and looks like something over there actually was missed as well. Well, yeah, I suppose you could say it's the other monthly Iron Man thing I like to do, and I always do the Iron Man League and the Iron Eagle together at the same time. So I always look forward to doing both of them, and I was supposed to have done them on Thursday, but it wasn't released on Thursday, and I had no plan for what to do, so I was caught off guard and didn't stream on Thursday. Then Saturday I wasn't in the mood. Sunday I got yoinked by family things. Friday was co-op. Monday, last night was D&D. So it's been a week since I last streamed. But the Iron Eagle was supposed to be done before Fatal Frame 2 comes out on Thursday, which is what I'm going to play for the next couple of streams after this. Got a very busy period of time after this, though. Fatal Frame 2, Brutalist Jam 2, and then that Jimmy thing that was announced as well. Sorry to disappoint you, Dave, but I did not quit. I was just resting and waiting for something that has never come out. Well, that was an interesting 54 minutes. What do you all think in the chat while I take a stretch? Since it's in an hour, it's time to stretch. We're not done yet, by the way. I'm not just playing this for the stream. I have something else in mind as a follow-up. Well, yeah, I guess you could say it's a bit more lax, but the quality is a bit all over the place sometimes. Ugh. But the Iron Eagle has been run by the same person since its inception. Which does make me wonder whether or not this 10-day delay is perhaps some burnout, potentially. Can only speculate though, since well, I've not been given any other information as to why it's not out yet. I think the Barons at the start should. I think the Barons in the first two fights should be replaced by Hell Knights. I think the Rocket Imp needs to have a bit more of a sound presence following its initial appearance, considering what the Imp is. It's not a shock trooper. It's not quite a Psy Bruiser or a Baron Bruiser. It's somewhere in between. So I don't think just giving it the regular Imp sounds and then using it in a couple of encounters is really a good idea. Without a sound cue of some sort to be added. I think it needs to be a louder enemy is my point. So... bar that though, this is a mix of 90s mapping stuff that people will dislike and some people will love. I'm sort of in between where I appreciate it a bit more. Yeah, it will definitely get mixed reception, this kind of map, because anyone who doesn't like who doesn't know 90s mapping is going to rightfully complain about all the devious stuff, all the weird stuff, and those who know this stuff will probably expect it more and not mind it as much. But lots of variety. Texture, room ideas, interesting use of the Cyber Demon at the start. Certainly a lot of quirky 90s stuff tuned up a bit. So I appreciate this map. Just gotta work on that, tuning that Rocket Imp enemy a bit. That'll be the main thing for me. Anyway, there we go. So that's the Castle of Lunacy by Pampu79 or Niels Protazrak. I'm guessing they'll probably see this on the VOD. So, oh shit! I was supposed to message them when I was going. Whatever. They'll watch the VOD. I was supposed to message them when I was going live, but I forgot to do that. Sorry, but you'll see the VOD, so it's fine. It's all good. Yeah, so there we go. An extra little bonus playtest. All because they PM'd me. Right, well, I'm not entirely done yet. We're going to move away from the world of playtesting into the world of not playtesting. And actually playing something. I wish I could remember why I chose this as a bookmark, actually, but there must have been some reason. Oh, wait, no, I know why I chose this. It's because of the brutalism, isn't it? Do I play this in DSDA, or do I play this in DSDA-Doom? Trying to think. I might just try it in DSDA and see if it runs. effectively. And again, I think it's been advised. Let me just double check here. Complex source ports like DSDA-Doom instrument. Okay, so it's suggested to play this in a DSDA-Doom derivative. So I should probably actually just play this in DSDA-Doom and hope for the best, even though it's going to be very laggy. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Let's run it in this. Should be a fun little ride, I think. Comatose was featured in Doom World's top 100 most memorable maps, placing 13th. Comatose will work in DSDA. It's mainly a performance thing I'm thinking about. I've played the first minute, and this map is very detail heavy and requires. It's a bit of a it has a lot to go through, so I can't decide whether it would run better in DSDA or. If it works in DSDA, in theory, that should be better though. So I'm gonna attempt to run this in DSDA and see if that works. As the performance should be way better, yeah. Yeah, you would think so for sure. Let's hope it does work. This came out in 2016, so speedrun is 46. Oh shush. Okay, so. I'm going to take a very quick piss break, but when I come back, I'm going to play this, my first non-Iron Man, non-playtest Doom playthrough of 2026 as a little extra bonus. And atmosphere is very much the deal here. So I'll be back in a moment. Enjoy the ads, or not. Alright, I am back. And thanks to the 21 people currently watching. So, yeah. Just blew 96 quid on 6 cigars. Very worth it for that price, Dave. That's expensive. Okay, let's find reasons why this is placed above Casman's Community Chest formats, which is a disgrace and an outer sin. I guess we will find out. So, aside from you saying this is one of the top 100 most memorable maps, I don't think that's the reason why I had this bookmarked. I'm pretty sure, if I am recalling correctly, The reason that it was on my bookmark list was because I think it was something along the lines of a query about brutalist-inspired Doom maps, which may have been part of the Brutalist community project thread. And this was recommended as an atmospheric thing. It was something about this has a great atmosphere. It's a very atmospheric map. It's very interesting. It's pretty well made. So, for whatever reason, this is a single map that was on my bookmarks for things to play for Doom. So, yeah. Oh, actually, before we start, there is actually something I want to show you that some of you might find quite interesting if you're not already aware of this. Let me just see if I could bring it up for you. I'm sure Jimmy won't mind me using his video. Yeah, I'm actually going to show this in its entirety. Oh, sorry. I'm actually going to show this in its entirety because since a lot of you, one of my audience are Doomers and you make maps and stuff, this is a contest that might interest you. I will just get the link for it as well so I can link it to you at the end. But this video might interest you. I'm just going to let it play in its entirety for a moment and just see what you think of this.
Has it ever felt to you like you've spent a significant portion of your life on this earth doing one single thing? I mean willingly, rather than something mundane like an office job or going grocery shopping at the store or fighting for your life in the bathroom. Nah, I mean something that invigorates you to no end, inspires you to pour all your energy and creativity into, and keeps you going throughout life in the face of all adversity. This was me with Doom. I'd always found endless personal fulfillment in crafting user maps for video games, but no single game was as easy to pick up and dive straight into editing for as Doom. This month of March in the year of our Lord 2026 marks, and I can scarcely believe it myself, my 20th year as part of the online Doom community. It started out with humble little multiplayer maps such as my submissions for Sabbat Martyr Deathmatch in 2007 and graduated slowly to large-scale single-player campaigns like Genesis in 2011, The Adventures of Square in 2018, and the well-overdue Earthless just last year. I've been doing this for a long time now, and by and large the Doom community is my second
Never
home.
played that one.
I still have multiple text files lying around on my PC brimming with ideas I want to eventually make into full projects, and that means I'll be sticking around for as long as I physically can in the pursuit of creativity within the realms of classic Doom. And I want to celebrate this fairly significant milestone of mine with another fun community project that can bring people together creatively. So I'm excited to announce that to celebrate my 20th Doomiversary, I'm hosting another community-wide mapping contest entitled 2 Decades of Dooming. It will operate much the same as my 15 Years of Doomer contest and live stream from 5 years prior, but I'll go over everything again here for the newcomers. Once again, submitting to the contest is open to anyone inside or outside the Doomworld community, but it will be a competition with prizes, so keep that in mind going in. Not everyone will win something, obviously, but I would love to mention as much noteworthy stuff as possible during the eventual award ceremony. The deadline is the 29th of March 2026 at 12 PM GMT, which means you have 20 days as of this video's publication. Start planning and mapping now. A series of blind live streams throughout all the submissions will begin on my Twitch channel on the 29th. As before, I will be declaring one submission the winner, who will receive a $200 cash prize. Second place will receive $100 and third place will receive $50. Make your submissions by filling out the online form, taking care to specify what mapping format and compatibility your submission is for. As before, all the submissions will be packaged up into a zip archive once the contest is over, so everyone can enjoy the submissions for themselves. Your guidelines are, you'll be making a single player map. It can be for any IWAD or IPK3, please just specify which one on submission. It can be any map format you like, again, please just specify which. Please observe a 300 monster limit. I think this should, for the most part, curtail the potential for maps to run over an hour of in-game time.
And also limit the fucking chance of slaughter mapping, thank God.
Seemed to work just fine last time, so we'll keep that in play. Please include a music track of some sort. It can be custom, or sourced from elsewhere. Just please don't make me listen to another loop of... You can also include custom assets such as new monsters,
What are you
weapons,
gonna do there, Jimmy?
decorations, etc., providing they're appropriate for the idea that you have and that they're all enclosed within your submission. Balancing for separate difficulty levels and multiplayer won't be necessary, though do specify on submission if you've gone the extra mile and want to give me options as to how spicy I'd like my experience to be. There'll be no build time limit this time. Like I said, your time effectively starts now, and this time I'm giving you scope to make full use of the 20-day mapping period for the contest, so get going. Feel free to make something in my style or use assets from projects I worked on. This isn't compulsory, of course, originality will definitely be praised. Show some creativity of your own and don't rely too heavily on existing community assets such as those from realm667.com to make your map stand out. Of course, they're there to be used, but don't overdo it. I'll judge all submissions based on the same general criteria: quality of layout flow, texture usage, monster balance, good concepts, the usual stuff. Tasteful use of custom assets, especially totally original ones, will be praised. And overall, big points will be scored if you make me smile or indeed laugh. We want to keep it light-hearted here, so if you manage to get a good chuckle out of me, that'll net you some points. Above all, have fun. Just to quickly go over some less fun necessities, the hard rules are: don't cheat or steal. The map must be made specifically for this contest. Submitting something that was finished prior to the contest's announcement is not permitted, so act in good faith, please. And above all else, it must be your map. Don't plagiarize. These things have to be said. One single map per submission. Technical constraints mean there'll be an upload limit of 10 megabytes to the online form itself, so please provide a download link through said form to any assets that are mandatory to load with your submission. Now, here I'm more referring to large-scale texture sets like OTEX or Back to Saturn X textures, and less so gameplay modifiers like, say, Project Brutality or Hideous Destructor. Just to be clear, I am a bit of a stickler for the vanilla experience, so compulsory gameplay mods may not be something I'll enjoy, but try and surprise me by all means. Please only submit the final version of your map through the online form. This is just politeness, it just avoids clutter. Please don't make a troll WAD or anything deliberately low effort or anything with NSFW content. These are going to be streamed over Twitch. I'm going to have a team of folks screen all the submissions before I go live, so anything that doesn't pass the smell test will not be played. And here's a big don't: AI-generated content will be a no-go, and this extends to textures, music, or other art assets. And please don't get ChatGPT to write out your submission form or description or anything like that. We'll probably be able to tell, from all the M-dashes and bullet points and random emoji. That's honestly a rule I never imagined I'd have to enforce, but not even Doom is safe from people trying to pass off AI slop as their own work. Here we are in the Big 26, I guess. Anyway, the winners will be announced at some point soon after the 29th. Aside from the first, second, and third prizes, there'll be honourable mentions, and a handful of particularly noteworthy submissions will be awarded with largely arbitrary commendations as well. To give you an idea of what I did last time, there was a comedy award for best laugh, a style award for best use of custom assets, etc, etc. Chances are, if you stand out from the crowd in a big way, you'll be mentioned in the awards ceremony on Doomworld and on Twitch when it does happen. If you want to join in via Discord, then feel free to join my server, the Entryway, where discussion for the contest will take place, and you can share screenshots of your work with like-minded mappers. I do administrate and moderate this server though, so if you want to keep anything a secret from me until the live streams start, then obviously keep that in mind before sharing anything here. I think that covers everything. If you have any questions or aren't clear on anything, don't be afraid to reach out to me over Discord via the Entryway, or via DMs, or by a post in the Doomworld forums thread. That's all for now. Good luck with your maps, and I'll see you on the 29th. Can't wait to see what you will come up with. Bye for now.
So yeah, that's Jimmy's contest. 2 decades of dooming. You have until the 29th to submit a map. He's going to live stream the final submissions, and there will be some cash prizes. I am also going to play the finished version myself when it's all done, when the final zip file is compiled. I will also be checking out the submissions because it sounds like a fun thing to play. Obviously it will be after Jimmy plays them. It's just I'll be probably playing Brutalist Jam 2 by that point, but I will get around to it as soon as possible. So yeah, this sounds pretty fun. What do you all think? It's a cool little contest and should encourage some creative mapping ideas. You know? Oh, and judged and overseen by someone with 20 years of Doom experience at this point. So, if you are interested, then get to working. A few years ago, I might have even submitted a map myself, but I'm no longer interested in making maps anymore, so no, nothing will be submitted from me, but I'll be more than happy to play all the finished submissions and see if anything interesting comes out of it. Alright, so therefore, there you go. I thought I'd let you know about that, since it's a pretty cool idea that Jimmy's come up with. Pretty neat little thing. Well, I wouldn't let an Eve Eternity mapper judge my map. 10 limit might curb some of the more excessive texture sprite replacement attempts. 299 arch files, 1 cyber demon. I mean, as long as the map's playable and good quality, you could do that, Ashman, if you wanted, but I would like to think that you would be trying to make a submission that would be interesting for Jimmy, so you would have to bear that in mind when you make your creation. And Jimmy does not like slaughtery content, and he doesn't like long maps. Usually likes them to be sort of short, interesting affairs, which is what he mainly makes as a mapper, and is very good at that. Right, anyway, diversion aside, back to Comatose. I will post a link to the Jimmy's video and in the VOD for this one, so that, yeah. And why is Eve Eternity? I won't let an Eve Eternity mapper judge my map. I don't think Jimmy made any of the long maps for that one. Actually, forgot if he made any at all for Eve Eternity, actually. Anyway, this is Comatose. Came out in 2016, January the 21st. And it is by Lenos. Lenos is an interesting mapper in their own right. They are a member of the Russian mapping group called BOSS, B-O-S. And I have previously played some of BOSS's creations, such as Alt and... was it Sacrament they did? I know I've played at least 2 boss creations, Alt and something else that I can't remember. But they're a Russian mapping group. And Lenos is considered to be, if I recall correctly, probably the most talented member of that crew, who made the most interesting things. I certainly remember enjoying most of their maps when I played Alt and the other thing that they did in the past, so this should be no exception. So according to the description, the map was originally made for the Pain project, but the result, they decided to cut it for some reasons. A continuation from something previously called Overdose, but not related in terms of story. They apparently hit a limit of side deaths in the limit removing format. And because of this, as well as the abundance of large open spaces with lots of sectors, map may slow down in complex source ports, like DSDA-Doom and its derivative. Oh, I misread there. Map may slow down in complex source ports like DSDA-Doom, so PRBoom Plus is highly recommended. Well, we're going to be using DSDA-Doom, so I think that more than covers it. And reviews state atmosphere. Lots of atmosphere, one single map. Am I going to play this map? Yes, I am going to play it, Dave. Be patient, please. I still remember the time someone made Jimmy a sort of my house while using squares. I would have made the platform and insta-kill for us. How the floor is lava. We're still more it as it was the first period using squares resources sin. Yeah, there's not been a lot of things released using the square text. It doesn't really call on like some other texture packs, I guess. I think I've only ever heard about it being used. Only ever heard about square text being used once. I think Ancient Aliens text also hasn't really other stuff like Ancient Aliens. I mean, a few things were made like intergalactic xenology, but you know, unless you called O-text, you texture packs don't always catch up. Right. Anyway. So, limit removing. What compatibility should I set this to then? In that case, I didn't actually consider that. Oh, right, comp level 2. Well, that's easy. Right, well, answer that question. It's comp level 2. So, we'll be using this compat. Atmosphere, here we come. Oh well. So 345 enemies, 327 items, and 23 secrets. You can already see some of the lag creeping in. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Even in DSDA we're getting the lag. You can see why though, just looking at the overview of the map, it's very detailed. Very much so. RTX 5090 required. Community Chest 4 was the texture pack for years. I don't think it didn't catch... Oh. Oh, there we go. OpenGL. Oh. The imp is spectral. Okay, never mind. OpenGL seems to have fixed it. Thanks for that. I forgot that DSDA has OpenGL. And that it could switch between them with no issue. Nice. Alright. So this is actually the first, as I said before, this is the first Doom thing I've played this year that's not Iron Man or playtest based. Yeah, I thought it'd be the Maximum Project. Or maybe Lonesome Road. Or Hellcore. But it's this. Got pills on the medkits. Oh. Are all the enemies going to be ghosts? That could be a problem. God. Oh, no. I need to find a better weapon. I'm gonna have a few problems with these. I need to find like a chain gun or something, or a shotgun, just something. Otherwise I'm in kind of trouble here. Damn. This is going to be awkward. Unless he's buffed the pistol. Which it looks like one else actually has done that. The pistol's been buffed. Huh. Okay. What makes this less concerning? Maybe not buffed super high, but buffed enough. Imagine a sort of map using ghost enemies. Next level of hot garbage. Atmosphere will very much be the way here. Ooh, my health bonuses are reskinned as well. But like cans? Pills, cans. Starting to notice in a. Oh, look at that! Cigarettes in the bin. Little Doom cute there. Ah, great! Another one of you. Awesome. God, more cigarettes. Got a fairly big old city to go around in. This somehow looks like one of the maps in rural only. What, in the first episode? I see what you mean, yeah. But this is going to be more dark and more atmospheric. I didn't even see that friggin' enemy at all. Did he bloody see him? I didn't even hear him. I'm guessing maybe that's the idea of him being all shadowy, right? They're like the ghosts or something. It's gonna be a little annoying to have to be this careful though without a real weapon until. No wake up sound, no teleport. Ah, no! Real problem. I need to find a weapon and quick. Or just stay on top of ammo. Oh man. Yeah. Gonna need some infighting here. Yeah, go murder each other or something. Nice. You did enjoy this WOD despite hating specters. Damn, that. Oh! Ghosts. Even that will be useful, just to get rid of a few of them. Playground. Got some hexen trees. Damn. Ah, there we go. Proper tools for consideration. No more of this pistol malarkey. So, the thing about Russian mappers is they absolutely love making maps like this. They like making very detailed, very realistic-y based urban type maps with like 2 gazillion details all over the place. This is fairly common from what I've seen of Russian mappers and Doom. They also like to do some very, 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 very odd stuff from time to time. But when they do it correctly, they've created some of the most atmospheric things in all of Doom, which may well include this. Oh, secret. The heck? Infinity symbol. A key? 2 people with gowns and like plague doctor type nose things. Need a blue key to open this door. Well, 1 secret found, I guess. Masonic talent related, probably. Yeah. It'll be vague and cryptic, and you'll need to sort of figure it out. Try the transformer booth. There's not even a humping sound. The humping sound has been removed. Wait a minute. Nope. So from what I can gather, we're in some kind of abandoned city where we're fighting the ghosts of enemies past. There's no sign of life, just a sign of, well, what used to be here. So many cigarettes. Average Russian city. Well, I won't expect too much in terms of challenge here, but I'll certainly expect an absolute metric dump ton of atmosphere. Yeah, looks like there's just going to be clearing out building by building here. Oh. This is a building that can actually go inside. Is that a crane? Oh, meant to be a crane. No, it's not. It's something a bit more. Like an arch bridge? Hot water pipes. Oh yeah, that's a bit out. That'd be a bit much to expect that to be a destructible. Elevator's broke. Don't really need the armor right now, so all good for the time being. I'll have to be able to go back for that blue key secret door when I get a blue key. Nothing there either. Well, I'm already intrigued by the atmosphere of this map. This is something. Yeah, it says in the description that for limit removing, this absolutely hits the limit. At least the 2016 limit, anyway. That might give you an idea of how absurd detailing Lanos and Russian mappers love to indulge in when they create stuff. Oh, what the heck happened there? Weird. My mouse decided to shift off the DSDA for some reason. That was weird. Still, though, to absolutely hit the... Oh. Oh. That's still pretty impressive, though, to actually hit the max limit. Not for, like, vanilla, but, like, for limit removing, which adds a ton more availability of side deaths and line deaths and whatnot. It's like, I could go above that. Yeah, these enemies are completely silent until they attack. That's like both an atmospheric and a gameplay adjustment. You never know what's round the next corner because you can't hear it. I'm going to have to play this a bit differently than the average Doom thing because of that. Combined with the fact that I'm not always able to see them straight away because they're all... ghosts. Wonder if the story of this place will become revealed gradually as I proceed in my investigation. Wouldn't mind you getting hit by one of these long-range mancubus shots. So you can go in fight. That'll be handy. Now. Oh, thank God you were, Baron. Damn it, it's not dead. Now it is. Now it's toast. No, I don't think I'm going to lose half my health. I don't think I'm too keen on that element, oddly enough. Where is that coming from? I could... There's a pistol guy. I can't even see him. They blend so well with the dual backgrounds. Again, I suspect very much by intent. There was nothing else in here, was there? Yeah, for now. Nothing in that building. A city of shadow, a city of ghosts. What once lived here, now no longer does. Oh, got a red key. Is this mud or blood? Or dirt? Maybe it wasn't the wisest idea to go into the middle of this little vegetation. What is this? Monument of some sort? Looks Egyptian. Epic 2 was here. It's not even an outstanding monument, it's just there. It's like it's buried. It's not like a monument that sticks out above the things as a possible source of it. It's just like, it's just there. It just exists. It just exists. Are you scared yet, chat? Are you spooked? Can't go any further that way. Oh, I can go. Oh, I can go around here. Ooh, no, I'm only up to that point, and I can't anymore. Then I gotta go back. Again, I can't see. But these shadow enemies, ghosts, I guess ghosts. It's probably more implied these are ghosts, I would imagine, right? That looks important. Happy Time Circus 2 vibes with the openness and other elements. Alright. I thought that was a switch. It's not. Why does my right hand keep hurting? Ugh. Fucking hell. Got this pain on my right hand. It's been quite persistent, actually. Okay, that is a switch. Whatever that did. That may well have activated something. Wow, basics football. Nets. It's like a very bare basics of a playground. Or playing area. This looks great. Hey, big eye guy. This is Comatose by Lanos. I wonder if it's got a CAC award. If it's alright, it's on the most memorable maps. I wonder if it's a CAC Award winner in that year. But yeah, it's a highly atmospheric 2016 creation that I'm just trying out because the Iron Eagle's not out yet. Pentagram. It won a CAC Award in 2016. Going off the atmosphere alone, I can see why. At least so far, typical Russian city, the textures are off, though. I'm gonna see a silent teleport here. Nope. What's that picture there? Strange picture. Doesn't seem to be something we can... Jesus. Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but it looks a bit different from that, maybe. Yeah, it looks a little different. I was actually wondering if for some reason it was Gordon Freeman or a Half-Life knockoff of some sort, but I should have gone back. Should have gone with my first instinct. It's clearly Jesus. How long has this place been? I wonder how long this place has been abandoned for. Clearly long enough that. Ah, fucking hell! How many of these shadowy lost souls are here? It's like an ambush in plain, not quite enough sight to see. He's probably using a ton of pop-ups effectively because of this. But they make no sound, so I can have all the enemies triggered at the beginning of the map and then just have them ready to go whenever. Any point after that. You're kind of in awe in how this looks like an actual city. You can't wait for the sort of finale. You'll probably get one side at most. We're not going for challenge here, we're going for atmosphere. And lots of ghosts. Many ghosts. I'm not being quite able to hear a single enemy ever until they attack. radio and lots of cans. And iconography of a certain thing of which I'm probably not allowed to say the name of it on Twitch. But you know what I mean. Can I step in through here? Certainly can. What? Get out of here. You really just throw me off every time. I can't see them, so I have to be like... finally, the super shotgun. Oh my... Well, originally it's an Eastern thing. If you go anywhere in the eastern half of the world, you'll see shitloads of them, apparently. Yeah. It was just co-opted by that jackass in the by that jackass over 100 years ago, and unfortunately they're seen as that. But yeah, very much actually a peaceful thing originally. But I somewhat suspect that in this case they're not being used to express their Hindu beliefs in this particular decrepit, rundown city. I think they're being used for the more traditional secret thing. You know what? I actually will take the Berserk. Just in case. Yeah, there's quite a few of these scattered. Ugh. It's like a prison. Someone broke out of the prison but didn't stay long in it. I have to remind myself, slow down. We can't just run into rooms because we're not going to hear anything. We're only going to see them if we're lucky. Well, 300 years ago. Yeah, that's true. I think they started using that particular logo in what, the late 20s or the early 30s, something like that. Oh, it's a red door. Whoa. All these sheets. I forget the actual history dates of that kind of thing. So we now have a rocket launcher. That's going to be useful for something. In a room with pentagram and lots of blooded sheets. You will not find her, creature. Not in this place of decay and decrepitness. Still kind of expecting something drastic to happen at some point here. Like this, it might not, but I am half expecting there to be some kind of twist to all this. But I'm not complaining if this is all it is. Can I get... Oh, it's teasing me again. I actually could use that now. No, no, none of the armor works. Come on, let me in. Let me in. It is not letting me in. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. Another radio. Whoa. Alright, whoa, whoa, whoa. Remember that. Yeah, that's what you get, shadowy lost soul. Just frigging... Oh, is that a computer chip on the ground there? Looks like a computer chip. Ah, this is exits. PC. How do I press this? I don't think that did anything. Or... Wait, I can get in there anyway, can't I? Ah, did it raise that up? Yeah, it did. It raised this up. I think. Oh. Yeah, we're not ending the map there. Absolutely not. Okay, well that's the end of the map, but fuck if I'm not ending it there. Way too early, I think. So the ending which way is just going for that door. Partly he took the symbol in 1920. I will press it though. Just so it's unlocked for later, I guess. He took the symbol from a Norwegian anti-Semitic publication called Naturtradisk. Alright. So, that famous symbol is basically partly thanks to Norway, apparently. Huh. Interesting stuff. Fuck you. Fucking lost soul. Get out of here. That shit. Now I really do need some armor. I'm back to being... But the only place I've ever seen armor is in these lifts. Thus far. He also appropriated Nordic runes. Damn. Oh god, this is way too much stuff. Big well. This is absolutely throwing me off in an area like this where they're actually right in front of my face and I can't see the bloody things. It's throwing me off. The thick density of the detailing would be enough, but when it's all shadows, more so. Can't make out where the enemies are, even if they're right in front of my face. 20 secrets. Reminds me of a map. There's a city in Poland. I will warn you, the secrets are quite hidden. I'm not going to look for many of the secrets. I'm going to go back to that blue key one though. Whenever I pick up the blue key, I assume then that since that is the exit gate, you can pick up either red or blue, and then just leave. I don't think I've played that one. I've heard of... what's it called? Planisphere? Something that's based on New York. I think there's a map that goes that ridiculous length called... yeah, I think it's Planisphere or something like that. But yeah, it's meant to be like a recreation of New York or something. Absurdly huge. Well, that's true. I will inter Shibboleth when I get around to that after Brutalish Jam 2 at some point. Why are all these cabinets outside? Weird. That's some map that is Paris, no? Yeah, Tur Shibboleth has a map based on Paris. And there's also one that is based on a Roman Colosseum. Those aren't outhouses. They're filing cabinets. All just bungled outside for some reason. No, I didn't mean the other buildings, no. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. My monitor's blue screen filter is kicking in. Sorry, blue-white filter is kicking in, not blue screen filter. That's something different. Hey, Deathwing. Happy to report Buddha Wish Jam 2 is even better than the first. I'm looking forward to playing it. I intend on playing Buddha Wish Jam 2 as soon as Fatal Frame 2's finished. So, I too am looking forward to Buddha Wish Jam 2 after how much I enjoyed the first one. And then once Buddha Wish Jam 2 is finished, it's then the extremely long wait until 3. By design. I'm deliberately waiting a while to play the third one because of all the resurfaced maps in it. You need a week to play maps like that. Are you the type of person that explores maps and gets 100% on them all? This layout reminds me of going down map 1. The roof of the building. "100% secrets, yes. Items, no." God, I'm getting so drunk off all the cans out here. She just plays in IDQ. Fair enough. I mean, I've still got like a whole thing here and here. How fucking rude. I was checking my map, you jerks. So I still got like something here and here to explore yet. I'm not done with just sweeping the city. Fair enough. I don't do that too. I don't do that too often. I try to find some stuff, but well, it does depend on the map, really. But I'm not one of these 100% gotta find everything unless there's a very good reason to do so. So. Yeah. I didn't even hear the mancubus. My God. I don't think I've ever played something like this in terms of the fact that every enemy is completely silent. I mean, This is a first for me. Every... This could work so well for a really dark horror-themed map. Oh, well, it'd have to be done a bit more carefully, give claustrophobic spaces, but... Yeah, I've never, in all my years of playing Doom stuff, I've never played a Doom map before where every enemy is completely silent. And all spectral, and so you walk around a corner and it could just be an enemy sat there waiting, like, everywhere. So if you play, like... It's fascinating to me. In others' hands, this would be an extremely obnoxious trait of the gameplay, and it'd be like, fuck's sake, I'm getting ambushed by shit. But because this is a map going for atmosphere over challenge, it works very bloody well. How would you just came through there? So these have got to be pop-ups, right? Or silent teleports? I think you did say earlier that the enemies silently teleport as well in. Alright, so it's not pop-ups, it's silent teleport too. Oh, thank God, some armor. No! Stinky Riv! No! Leave me alone. I got some armor. I want to keep it for a while, please. If you'd be so inclined. So, without providing spoilers for the benefit of other people, have you been enjoying Requiem, Deathwings? I know you've been straight on that this week, for the last week or so, getting around to it as soon as you can, to avoid them spoilers, as I will be doing with Fatal Frame 2 on Thursday. Another non-working elevator. Top 5 Resident Evil game, easily. From what very little I've seen of it from your stream, it does look absurdly fun. Honestly. I may have to play it at some point, but not anytime soon. Spoilers for Requiem, yeah. Spoilers. No, it's not the last Doom WOD ever made. There will be like 12 bazillion more of them since that. And the search for the blue key continues. More radios. a former train track. Much better. Oh yeah, now I can see it up close. Hail to the Jesus, baby. Cakes? Stinky Rev, yeah. Stinky Rev. These donuts? These will surely be not... These are surely way beyond stale at this point, though. It's not like they're gonna go, fresh cake. Choking to death shortly thereafter. Hey, Babando, how's it going? How on earth did you manage to get around me while I was blocking the door? Wait, there is... Ice cream, I think? Good, showing's always good. Anything in the box? Nope. Well, I was trapped in the box for a second. Yeah, we got some nice... Oh, we got cheese. We got some Doom cute on display. Meat. Very decorative. And very much just reminders of whatever this whatever the city was like before whatever ruin came upon it. Oh, you tried to be evil there, Wanos, but it didn't work. It's a microwave, another one. Oh, dark, spooky basement. Well, I would say Spectre, but everything's spectral, so it doesn't really stand out as much. Still no sign of the blue key yet. I'm gonna at least get this blue key before I finish this map. Having a monster's idle frame be spectral would be neat. Perhaps. Oh, I've already been here. probably about 40 minutes ago. Oh, that's just a soul sphere. That's not. I thought that was the blue key for a second, but it isn't. Still 100 enemies plus lost souls left. Go. Oh, there's some armor for me if I need it. Bear that in mind. Hey, Pineapple, thanks for the raid. How was your stream of whatever you were playing? This is Comatose, a single map by Lanos from the Boss clan of Russian mappers. It won a Keck Award in 2016. It's very atmospheric. Every enemy is completely silent and spectral. So you're... Hey, Carlos. A full-scale, manually disorganized, snack-powered digital migration of humans who were only moments ago somewhere else on the internet and are now very suddenly here. Well, you better bring plenty of snacks, because this place is a bit light on, joy, shall we say. I'm noticing all the boxes of pills still. You don't suppose this is... I know it's earlier, I know, but I didn't really comment too much on it. You don't suppose... I've not played Comatose. Sorry, Overdose, which is apparently the... Well, this is not a direct follow-up from that, but it is called Overdose too. But seeing that makes me wonder if there's a chance this might be one of those afraid of monsters type deals where whole fucking area over there. Which I assume is accessible. Like it... I don't know how many of you have actually played it's inaccessible. Oh. Darn. It looks like it looks like I was going to explore here and here. But then I am kind of aware that the enemy count is dwindling quite a bit. But still, we could have had room for it. Whoa. Okay, buddy, thank you. So, I don't know how many of you have played Afraid of Monsters. The Half-Life Doom... the Half-Life mod from way back in the day. Oh, they came out of the closet. The monster closet was literally a closet. Yellow key. Second door I've seen is a yellow key. This must be... Wait, something else. I'm gonna guess that because red and blue are for normal exit, yellow key is gonna be like secret stuff. I would assume. You have, it was interesting at first. So, to explain what I meant a moment ago, I have to kind of spoil something about Afraid of Monsters. But to be fair, it's not really a spoiler that affects the game all that much, because it's kind of blindingly fucking obvious, really. So, one of the big things about Afraid of Monsters, aside from its awesome atmosphere and use of the Aphex Twin soundtrack to do as such, is throughout the whole game, your health comes in the form of pills, pill containers and stuff like that. And you go through dark urban environments like a subway, city block, all kinds of stuff. Countryside, and even a Resident Evil mansion, because they did a Resident Evil mod before that. But the whole idea that is implied through the whole game is that all the mutations, monsters that you're killing, like the zombies, the freaky things with the fast-moving heads, and the weird Vor-Eyes replacements and stuff like that. It's all implied that the things you're seeing as monsters is because you're on drugs and you're tripping out. So, like, every time you're going after a zombie that's wearing, like, a construction gear, for instance, you know, in the game it's a zombie, but when you think about it, it's probably a human being. A regular human, and you're tripped out of your mind with a shotgun and an assault rifle, killing them all. But the atmosphere of Afraid of Monsters' director's cut is so good that even knowing this, it's still a cool little thing to play out. So when I'm seeing all these health kits have pills in this, I wonder if a similar type thing is inferred here. Like, maybe this is not a ghost town, but these are the people in the town fighting back against us who have decided to start attacking them or something. In that I'm trespassing in this city and they're just defending it. But to me, all I see is shadowy figures everywhere. Might be a bit hard to explain the cacodemons with this, unless it's like but it's gonna get a bit. Maybe dynamic birds. Birds, or something like that, maybe. Might be way off though, since I'm just basing this on seeing pills on the health kits instead of the normal cross. And that this is called Overdose 2, so... I suspect that's perhaps not the intention, though, of Lanos, but... At least I don't think it is. And he calls it to a blue key. Haven't I been here before? Ah, no, I haven't. This is the train track. So this is new. Yeah, it's probably a very poor idea, but, you know, just a thought. Anyway, if you ever get the chance, play Afraid of Monsters Director's Cut. It's a great Half-Life mod. Very spooky and very cool. Just don't play on hard. It's a little bit bullshit on that difficulty. To be honest with you, for some of the content, it's a little bit bullshit even on normal, but it's a fun, atmospheric, spooky, genuinely quite spooky mod that you'll have a lot of fun with. This is a cool atmosphere though for this level. Wow, this will explode into life. Yeah, there you see the teleport. That's the first time I've caught one of them actually teleporting right off the bat. Need to get the fuck out of here. This became a hell of a war zone. Oh god. Okay, yeah. So what? Am I safe at the back now? I think so. Hey Neil, how's it going? Welcome to Comatose. A fine atmosphere to this map indeed. And dear God, there's so many cigarettes. I bet they take up a good chunk of the detailing line deaths. Yeah, we are very hard on Doom cute here. This is a 2016 CAC Award winner by Lanos. Probably the best known member of the Russian boss clan. I don't think boss exists anymore though. I think they disbanded a few years ago. But I could be wrong. I'm not very well up on the Russian mapping stuff. Multiple yellow doors here. Mostly. Well, they're all spectral. They all don't make any sound except when they attack. They are completely quiet. So, you can round a corner in which you run into one of them. You don't get any warning. But it's not done in a way that's too bullshitty, which other people would have done. They would have had these really nasty ambushes where they just pop out of nowhere and flank you. Hey, Bandita. No, this is a blue door. But I don't have a blue key yet. Has to be one somewhere. Right? Surely. Alright, now I can be invisible too. And make no sound. Be all very quiet and sneaky. And run straight into an enemy I didn't even see. This is Comatose. Quick map? No, I'm not going to pretend yet the overuse of these certain symbols doesn't weird me out completely. Now we get to explore this area though. Which we run into another one because I think they are just being popped up in my face a little bit, but oh, there's the forest. Now this is reminding me of the Lonely a little bit with the sweeping views of the end map. Oh, I can't fall into the water. Fair enough, I guess. Invisible water barriers. I'm gonna need that bloody armor again when I can get back over there. Oh, we go across the... Oh. There's the blue key. Just on the... Oh, I can't go over there. You were right, Midas. Not allowed to go over. Boo. Not allowed to go over there and explore that other patch of dead city or whatever. No equipped city only. It is still detailed. Absolute. Ooh. John wants to fall in the water. I want to splash around and... I have a rocket launcher. I've not really needed to use it. Like, at all. Anyway, now I have the blue key, I can... go back to the... Well, I guess I can go in here to start with. Oh, it's a different building. No, not this building. Not that building. No, this building. Need to go in here and see what's inside. The blue. There's that strange sign again. And there's more strange headgear and artifacts. It's almost like Half-Life 2. I guess a little bit, yeah, like the sort of rundown areas. Reminds me of your Doom 2 and Cinema screens you couldn't fall into the void. Just depends how the map plays out for that, for sure. Hey, Ward Entropy, how you doing? I wonder if these artifacts are part of the reason why this place fell into disrepute. Well, that's that one all. Doesn't seem like the big twist is coming unless it's related to the yellow key stuff. I'm guessing it probably is. Hold up a minute. Just realised to check something else. I think. Oh no, ignore me. It's just back there. It's nothing. Alright. Yeah, I have actually promoted Jimmy's contest earlier. It's a really cool idea. Nice. Didn't have to go all that far back for extra armor, which is nice. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a week. I do apologise for that. I've been partly not in the mood and mainly waiting on the Iron Eagle to come out. The Iron Eagle is not been out for 10 days now. That's the longest delay in its history. Which is, for me, a bit absurd. So it's kind of threw off my plans for the last week. I didn't want to do anything too long going into Fatal Frame 2 on Thursday, but I was hoping to get the Iron Mans done and then maybe play a short little thing before that, but none of that's come to pass. Still, got to play this. Yeah. The 15th anniversary got you back into Doom after the proper years. I don't need more maps to feel headache in fun contest. I'm also going to be playing the final submissions, the compiled version of the 20 years contest when it's finished. I've decided. I'm going to take a look at. I'll have a look at the final zip file and play them all out, so it's like should be a fun little thing to do. Right, all I gotta do now, though, the problem is now I need to remember where the... it was back here, wasn't it? All the way back here. And then after that, I'm not sure if there's anything left for me to actually go and find. I can be everything off the top of my head anyway. Yeah, it was in... Yeah, it was... Press that, go in here, there's a door. Nice. Alright, what's in here? What? Oh. Okay. Radioactive, apparently. Oh. Right. These things, or something in there is radioactive. Interesting. How odd. Yeah, exactly, Neil. No super long slaughter maps. Jimmy wouldn't like those anyway. So it's saving everyone's time if they want to win the prize. You always like those pain sectors like this. The ones that aren't just the floor is dangerous, but more like there's something else going on. You mapped in the 90s, came out for Sigil, but stayed after playing Versus of Eternity. That helped try to map properly. Bear on how I touched Doom for a year or two. Well, it's a good excuse. The first prize is $200. $100 for second, $50 for third. It's not a bad little mini prize to win for making some Doom content for the next 19 days. Alright, is there anywhere I've not been to at this point? I think I've now been everywhere. But I think I can access. I'm just trying to think if there's any particular area I've missed at this point. Yeah, I've been up there, been to that. That's yellow doors. Was I able to get inside that building over there? Some of the buildings have yellow keys, are locked by a yellow key. Might just take a look at one or two buildings, but I don't think I'm gonna go and try and find a yellow key or whatever. I've got enough out of this as it is. I don't need to push it. Gonna go to one or two other previous sites with now I have both keys and check if there's anything I can get out of them. If I can get anything out of them, that is. Could I access this building? Ah, no, I can only peek underground here. I've not actually been able to get inside this building, have I? The flattened cackle meme. Oh yeah, I remember that. No. That's just the roof of the building. Okay, that's not really a location I can go into either. You're aiming at being a BFG there, huh? Maybe an earlier version, perhaps. The fact that there's 21 secrets remaining says a lot as to extra stuff for the really dedicated to go out and find. I mean, there's a hidden yellow key somewhere that will probably unlock the rest of the mysteries of this map. It's mostly tiny, tiny switches. On a map like this, finding even one little subtle thing would be like asking a lot. Finding like... What's it? Yeah, that's the exit that I could take. Might take in a moment. I'm just gonna quickly do a sweep of... See if there's any... I'm trying to think if there's any red or... blue doors I might have overlooked. Oh no, I've already got that one. That's the rocket launcher. I think we're going to be wrapping up in a minute here. I don't think there's anything that springs to mind of to extra doors or things I've missed that haven't majorly already peeked at. Some of these buildings are probably inaccessible from any angle, so... Yeah, might just accept my fill here and be content. Yeah, I think I'll just accept what I have got, and I got both main keys, found 2 secrets, got the rocket launcher. I've never used. Never had to use it. I think that will do. Alright, I need to... get to the exit point. Here we go. To this strange guess it's not that strange, but some of the architecture remains a bit odd. And we got the computer chip there. Alright. Well, I think that will do. GG, that's Comatose. Very fun hour and a half plus of a map. What do you all think in the chat? I like that. Very nicely atmospheric. The whole shadow enemies gimmick was very well done. And provide a interesting gameplay experience where you can't quite play Doom in the normal way. I mean, it's not super drastic, but the fact that enemies are completely silent and hard to see in the detailed areas means you have to be a bit more careful when barging around corners. Yeah, music was nice. It was nice too. It was one of those that it played well to the map's atmosphere and it was fine to listen to on a loop. Wasn't too grating or irritating as well. I can see why this won a CAC award in 2016. It's a very good urban, desolate, atmospheric map. As you'd probably expect from a very good Russian mapper. They love their urban, detailed maps. So glad I played this. Justice for Kazman. Rubbish. And now Underholes with silent enemies. Silent enemies. Alright, no, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. Even the tile screen is kind of creepy with the shadowy figure in the background there. The Iron Eagle just came out. Are you serious? Let me just check the Discord. Glad I dropped in here. No, it hasn't come out yet. Or if it has, he hasn't posted it on the Discord. So, nice try, Dave. But it's not out. Not that it would matter, because I won't be able to play it now. It'll have to wait until after Fatal Frame 2. Now it's out. Yeah, okay, Dave. Provide me a link or cease your lies. Okay, so that's going to be the stream for tonight. The next time you'll see me live will be on Thursday, when I will be playing the Fatal Frame 2 remaster that I have been looking forward to playing for a few weeks. So, for the first time in a little while, I'm going to be playing something on the day it comes out, which is not something I have, in terms of like, not mods and stuff like that, it's not something I've done for a little while. So it'll be nice to do it with this one, especially since it'll be my first time playing, my first real time playing a Fatal Frame game, one on my bucket list as well, it'll be the second thing off my bucket list, and my first time playing a Fatal Frame game. So very much looking forward to seeing what it is like. I won't be streaming tomorrow because poker, so next time will be Thursday when Fatal Frame 2 is out. Hopefully I'll be able to download the 30 gigs or so of the game and have it ready to go on the Thursday night. Hopefully there's no launch day problems or anything like that ruin it. And that's pretty much what I'll be playing for the next couple of streams until I beat the game. So should be fun. And after that, I will get around to the Iron Man and Iron Eagle whenever the hell Pegleg decides to get around to actually releasing the damn thing. So that'll be the next Doom thing, I guess. So yeah, hopefully some of you will come around to see what the Fatal Frame 2 remaster looks like. Hopefully it should be some spooky fun. I'm looking forward to it. And let's go raid someone. Let's see. Medea is playing Community Chest 2. STX Val is playing something Crematomania. Decisions. I'll go for Vile, I think. Actually, no, you know what? Oh no, let's just see who else is playing Doom aside from Vile and myself. Yeah, we'll raid Vile. I want to see what this Crematomania is like. So we'll give him a raid. Not sure what it is, but Vile's always playing the new hip Doom releases, so always pays heed to check on his stream just to see what is coming out of the Doom community this week. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Sorry it's taken a week to get back to playing something on this channel, but I will be trying to make up for that in the next week. Especially since Fatal Frame 2 is coming out on Thursday. I might do a bit more than that in the next few days. Well, I'll see. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed tonight. Thanks for being around. It's always fun to have people to talk to, and see you next time for some spooky camera ghost shenanigans. Have a good night and take care.